Grain size and its test weight depend on a whole spectrum of factors. Underdevelopment can be triggered by weather conditions, from too frequent rains or drought to extreme temperature fluctuations. It can be the consequences of depleted soil, poor choice of mineral fertilizers, and a wide array of pests or grain diseases, including rust or fusarium. Regardless of the cause, you just won't miss that kind of grain. It is small, shriveled, and clearly far from its full potential. When you run it through a quality check, you'll see low test weight, and it's a major issue for your mill. Hi, I'm Logan Churchman from the Grain Improvers team. We're more than sure that Grain Improvers can address this issue. But first, what exactly does low test weight grain mean for the mill? First and foremost, it's important to understand that small grain does not shrink in direct proportion to its usual size. If only it was all that simple. In small underdeveloped grain, the balance between the bran and the endosperm is disrupted, and the ratio is not in your favor. With small grain, the mill will get less protein and more wastes. What does this mean? For the mill, it means just one thing: lower yield. And you don't just lose the overall yield. What's especially unpleasant is that you lose the yield of high-grade flour the most. So, you spend the same resources, incur the same costs as you would with a fully developed grain, but get less product in the end. What can you do to avoid losing milling yield and achieve consistent results even with that kind of problematic grain? You have just two effective solutions: Grain Improvers Optimum and Grain Improvers Smart. These enzyme complexes help extract more protein from all kinds of grain, even if it is severely underdeveloped. How does it work? Even small grain has a subalaron layer, and the protein concentration in that layer is, on average, 54% higher than it is in the endosperm. Sure, it's a thin layer, only 6 to 8% of the total grain mass. However, it is incredibly strong and almost inseparable from the bran. The small starch granules are literally cemented in it, and with conventional milling technologies, it's extremely hard to extract them to enrich your flour. Today, Grain Improvers is the only existing way to release the endosperm along with the protein, enzyme, and vitamin-rich subalaron layer in its pure form. There are simply no other ways to do it just as effectively. The only alternative? Extracting the subalaron layer along with the bran leads to contamination of the flour with bran particles, ultimately losing the quality of your product. Grain Improvers are usually introduced to the batch during the tempering stage to help your mill gently remove the bran in large, thin layers. This way, we carefully preserve the subalaron layer, maximize its use in milling, and compensate for the lack of protein in underdeveloped grain. Practically speaking, it means higher yield for your mill, increased efficiency, and the ability to produce more high-grade flour, directly increasing profit. At the same time, Grain Improvers cut your operating costs. With Grain Improvers, equipment, especially rollers, can operate in a more gentle, energy-saving mode. You can get higher profit while saving on equipment wear and electricity. Low test weight grain forces you to make an important decision. Either take your losses or commit fully to extracting every possible benefit from that grain. And for the latter, Grain Improvers is the best solution. The Grain Improvers Smart and Optimum complexes not only directly compensate the cost of their use, but also increase profits on top of that with every milling batch. We are ready to be your partner in working with any problematic grain. So, schedule a consultation and together we'll find truly optimal solutions for your mill.